Hey there, my name is Joey De Silva, and I'm going to be giving you a quick introduction on how to install and set up Pycharm, and then I'm going to show you how to make a conversion calculator from USD to yen. So let's get started. First thing you're going to want to do is type in Pycharm Community Edition, and it'll be the first one to pop up from jetbrains.com. So you'll click this. And you're going to want to make sure you're using the right operating system. So you have Windows, Mac, and Linux. I'm using Mac. So there's Pycharm Professional. Pycharm Professional is a paid version with a little more tools, or I'm not quite sure what the deal is with that. But if you scroll down, you can find Pycharm Community Edition. This is what we're looking for. This is completely free as well. So we'll click download. And then we're going to wait about 10-15 seconds. And it should pop up in the top right hand corner. Yep, there it goes. So this is just downloading the installer. Alright. From here, we're going to open this folder. We're going to double tap this. And you're simply going to drag this right into the applications folder. I'm not going to do that because I already have this downloaded. So once you open Pycharm for the first time, you'll be greeted with a screen like this. And you're going to want to start a new project. So let's go ahead and click that. Right up here, it'll highlight the name of your project and you can name it. So Python Project 2, let's change that up. Let's type in yen calculator. Doesn't have to be spelled perfectly. So let's scroll down and you can find your base interpreter right here. I'm going to use Python 3.10 and I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. I don't really like to have this checked off because I like to create my own files, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and click create. And we're almost in. Now we're in. So as you can see right now, all we can really see is our virtual environment, right? So let's go ahead and click on anything highlighted in here. And then we're going to right click, go to new, and then go to Python file. And we're going to name this yen. That's what we'll call it. Alright, should not have put that in the bin. Let's go and move it up to bin. Yep, refactor. That's fine. Okay, so now you can see yen's right here. Before I get into writing the code, let's go up here to Pycharm, go to settings, find your project and your name, and go to Python interpreter. So if you don't have any Python packages installed, you probably won't see anything up here. So what you're going to need to do is download your Python packages, go to add interpreter, add a local interpreter, go to the system interpreter, and you'll be able to choose any of these to then throw in. So if I click OK and I were to click apply, I would then be using Python 3.9. Alright, so let's get started with writing this conversion calculator. First thing I want to do is I want to make a comment up top, and generally up here I'd like to put the purpose of my code blocks. So I'll go ahead and say this is a conversion calculator for yen. And it's really embarrassing how I spell it. There we go. So let's go ahead and start with, we're probably going to need a variable. And we're definitely going to need an input function. So let's do float. And then we'll go with input. As you can see right here, let's go ahead and there's a nice autofill feature in here. And right now we have our functions up, files. If I were to backspace and click M, it should show us our variable. No, because our variable is not created yet. But usually it would show you money. Anyways, yeah, so I'll click enter. And I will put in quotation marks, how much money do you have? And we'll go question. Great, first line done. Then we're going to want to, let's go ahead and create yen's expression. Yen is, there's 146 yen to every dollar. So let's make the conversion, we'll call it flip. And we'll do money times yen. And we'll print out flip. As you can see, give me 1 second, let me go back. When I pop that F in, now it starts to show you your variables. And you can just click enter. Simple as that. And let's go ahead and run this, make sure there's no problems. Let's say I have 10 US dollars. Then I'll have 1,460 yen. That's a lot. Alright, well, that was simple, but let's say I messed up. Let's say I forgot to put a quotation there. Now I'm going to hit the debugger. And this is this little bug guy up top right here. We're going to click it. And you'll be guided to a debug screen or terminal. But I generally don't like to go here to start. I like to go look at the problems. And right here, give you a laundry list of problems and yield signs, which are just warnings, that can be expected when looking at your code. So right here we have a missing closing quote, as we can see. And then these errors are a result of, I'm assuming, this quote. So let's go ahead and try it out. Right, there we go. We're good. And we'll run it. Stop and return. $10. Perfect. But let's go ahead and do something in here. If I were to pass this along to a friend, he might not know what kind of money we're converting, right? It doesn't say USD anywhere in here. So instead of changing this to USD and this to USD, what we can do, right, is let's click Control F and let's just find money. Everything that says money. Okay, well maybe not this guy, but we'll go ahead and highlight this, right? We're going to right click it. We're going to click Refactor. And we're going to rename. And we're going to name this to USD. And see, it'll only change the variables, but it will not change anything within the string. So that is how you refactor. And as you can see, it should still look the same. Yes, there we go. And yeah, that is how you create a conversion calculator, as well as install Pycharm. And one last final note, if you do need to download an interpreter, use python.org. That'll have all the packages you need.